Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's episode number 5 of Tier 10 to the top, and it's the season finale. We're going to find out if Prestwich Hayes can lift the FA Vase against all odds, and if we can go unbeaten in the league. Let's roll the intro. Right guys, so the format for today's episode is I'm going to get you caught up on the few games we had from last episode. We're then going to watch the FA Vase live, all the big build up, before I then finish the season off camera, come back and we see if we went unbeaten all season long. There's a reason I'm saying unbeaten and not had the perfect season. It's because just before starting up the camera, we drew 2-2 to AFC Darwin. We'll have a look at that in just a second, but since beating Stockton in the semi-final, which was a huge result away from home, we won 4-2 against Garstang. This was most notable for Luke Penny's afterburners on the 39th minute. Lucas Widra grabbed himself a goal on the 67th minute, a really nice finish there. Devante Bannon turned up with a sensational long shot before Lucas Widra got on the end of a brilliant cross from the left, heading home on the 77th minute. AFC Liverpool were dispatched 1-0 at home. That was a straightforward match before Pilkington were beaten 4-1 away from home. Another cracking little display here. Callow with this brilliant effort. Then we came up against AFC Darwin, and I'm sorry to say it didn't go to plan. Kieran Gozi put us in front on the 3rd minute with a fantastic goal. Robbie Dunn converted a 63rd minute penalty, but it all collapsed after that, guys. We ended up conceding the 73rd minute to Jordan and on the 91st minute to Harries. I was absolutely gutted. Now, it's ridiculous, really, because it's our first draw of the season and the title's done, promotion's done. It does not matter at all, but it's so frustrating. I thought we could have had the perfect season. We didn't quite get over the line, but let's see if we can go unbeaten anyway. Before we jump in actually to the final itself, I need to show you a new signing very quickly. His name is Georgiou, I think. Georgiou? Something like that. Basically, we're a little bit short at centre-back for the friendlies and the kind of secondary games, so I decided to bring this kid in. He's only 17 years old. He's got great jumping reach, really good tackling, lacking in a few areas, but I think he could be a decent backup for us, and we'll just see how he develops going into next season. But I do like my towering presence at centre-back. Jumping into the FA Vase build-up itself. We're 7-5 favourites, Carlisle City are 7-4. They sit second in the EBAC Northern League Division 2. That is level 10 essentially, same as us, and they could compete in any level 10 division. But as we all know, we've been beating teams in the level above, so we stand a fantastic chance, and I really fancy our chances in this game. The best player for Carlisle City is probably Cisse. He's a good all-round player, loads of ability, 20 goals for the season. But he's no Widra, not in my opinion. They're playing a 4-4-2, a little bit nervous about that, and they play a Route 1 style according to my scouts report. So I'm a little bit nervous there because those balls in behind, we can suffer from them. It's historic for both clubs because the first time we both made the FA Vase final in our 83-year history and their 46-year history. We've got a team meeting to hold here. I think I'm just going to ease the pressure. It's generally the best way of doing these things. I'm proud of you, and they're all happy and encouraged, so we'll jump out of that. Even if you are the favourites to win a final, I think it's never the right thing to put more pressure on the team, so we've just eased a little bit there. And I have to say, I'm a little bit nervous for this game. It's the first match where we've had pressure on one event and we can't afford to slip up. But we've got a full strength squad, so we should have every opportunity. We've got Widra and Penny up front, the deadly duo. Widra's on 24 goals with 18 assists this season. He's been fantastic. Penny likewise, he's had 19 from 19 starts. The rest of them you should all know by now. Sewell, Kalu, Hulse is actually coming in the advanced playmaker role instead of Tivy. Just feel like he's starting to improve now, and his dynamics are getting better within the team. Bannon, ball winning midfielder. You know I love how much he controls the game. Norris and Owen at centre back. McKevitt, Callow are the fullbacks, and of course Russell Saunders, the main man, the only real player left in the squad, is going to start in goal. He's already lifted the title for us. Can he lift the FA Vase? Right, let's get this thing kicked off, guys, and underway. Come on, you Hayes. So despite trying to relieve the pressure a little bit before the game, I'm wanting to really pump the lads up just before we send them out onto the pitch. Seems to have worked. They're all composed, aggressive, a little bit motivated as well, so there's no negativity there. This has been played at Wembley, and as you can see, there's literally, about probably 30 fans in the stadium? That is ridiculous. They'll walk out onto the pitch, and an empty one at that. You'd think it was COVID. There's a few up in the gods, but other than that, not very many at all. First highlight goes to Prestwich Hayes. Callow works the ball to Widra, and Widra scores. Just doing what Widra does best. Clinical finishing, always in the right place, at the right time. And that is a fantastic start inside of 50 seconds. Actually, inside of a minute by the time the ball crossed the line, I believe. Boom. What a start. Carlisle City just tried to bring the ball forward, but we've eased them out of possession. Owen chips the ball forward to Penny, who's working the channels. Is he going to get a cross in? Yes, he is. And we have scored. I think that's an own goal. Yep, Danny Groves, own goal off the back of his head. 5.5 minutes into the FA Vase Final, and this game is almost over already. This could be an absolute rout. You know that you're on top when the highlights come second after second. I'm not even waiting minutes to see another highlight. Widra's in again, just wide of the goal. Well, Carlisle have managed to steady the ship. They've got through about 15 minutes without a highlight, but we're now on the 23rd minute and we're coming at them again. Penny, well knocked down by Widra. We've seen that all season long, that little link-up play, and then Sewell just slides the ball wide. They're going to start again, Carlisle City, from the goal kick. Henderson just passed it straight to Bannon, and Penny's got the speed, and he has the finish. 24 goals for the season for Luke Penny. He has been so potent since we brought him in halfway through the season. But they just keep giving us the ball back, and our pressing style of play is forcing them into so many mistakes. What a start. I did mention before the game began that they were going to be playing Route 1. We really are seeing that, but it's not working for them at all. They just keep giving the ball back to us. Hence why it's 50-50 possession, and we really do go direct with our system. Again, Widra with the nod on. He's not amazing in the air, but he seems to compete so well, and that's despite his strength, which a few of you actually brought up in the comments over the last few episodes. It's quite interesting to see him actually get involved in those tussles and win more often than not. Banks crosses, and Higgs, awful finish. Running into half-time, Callow's got a free kick, and then Owen headers the ball over. We have been dominant in this game, by far the better team as we go into half-time. 11 shots, 4 on target, 0.87 XG. So we certainly haven't been worth the 3 goals, but we are bossing this final. We've actually got Lower Brett coming up in the next game away from home, guys. That is going to be instrumental to any chance we may have of actually going unbeaten in the season. So I'm going to make some quick changes to rest a few legs in order to have those players available in that game. It feels like a little bit of an anticlimax just with how dominant we've been, but to be fair, I'm just happy to get the victory and lift another trophy. That's our second in Season 1 of hopefully a lot going forward. Could be a consolation goal for Carlisle City. Olsen to O'Neill. O'Neill to Olsen. Can they craft any form of opportunity? There's not many gaps in our defence. Higgs. Something's going to happen from this highlight. Whoa. Nathan O'Neill with his third of the season. That's one hell of a strike and come from absolutely nowhere. Surely we can't throw this away. Come on. Let's just wrap this game up and get a fourth. There you go. Lee McKevitt. How many times have we seen him do that this season? I think all 4 of his goals have come from the same corner routine. They work it short to Kalou. Kalou finds McKevitt, and he always seems to pick out that bottom corner. It's just whether it gets blocked by a defender or creeps its way through. Well, the tie is all but done. We've got literally 8 minutes remaining, but we've got another highlight, and it's Luke Penny with his 25th of the season and his 2nd of the game. He is so deadly in behind. It's so hard to track his runs. He's got good movement and he's so quick. That acceleration and turn of foot has really been a massive contribution to his goal tally. Hulse has really not impressed me today, so again, he's probably going to have to come back out of the team. But all in all, that was an amazing performance from the lads. We got the job done very early on, scoring inside of the first minute. And I think, what was it, 2-3 minutes? We were 2-0 up. The game was over before it even started, to be fair. And looks like Saunders is going to get handed his 2nd trophy of Season 1. Hey, there we go. Fantastic. Brilliant stuff. There's the confetti coming down. That's the 2nd episode in a row we've been able to see those celebrations. Let's hope there's plenty more in the future. It's just a shame that there's only a couple of fans to enjoy it with us, but little cartwheel, we'll take that all day long. Right, let's get this thing processed, guys, and we will skip along to the last few games of the season. I'll then come back after I've played them and we'll see if we manage to go unbeaten before I do a full season review. We look at the players, see who the performers were, where we may need to strengthen for next season, look at finances, dynamics, all that sort of stuff. So I'll come back in just a second. So, going into the Lower Breck game, this felt like such a massive match. Look at all those fans dancing in front of Penny, scoring in behind. But Lower Breck managed to peg us back to 1-1. Colbeck left it, France, with a wonderful finish into the top corner. But we came back again. Widra setting up Penny, who took on the entire defence and then dispatched the rebound home. And then Saunders rolls it out to McKevitt, who goes long over the top to Penny again to find the top corner. We thought we were home hosed and dry, but back came Lower Breck, finding Colback, who passes to someone I can't pronounce the name of, to score in front of our fans. And on the freaking 90th minute, this happens. We can't get a challenge in, and Thompson manages to slide the ball home. That was the end of the game. 3-3, a fair result in fairness, and we managed not to lose that unbeaten run. Going into the final game of the season against Daisy. Again, that ball in behind, Widra running through to dispatch home. Then Kalou managed to slide the ball under the goalkeeper to make it 2-0, and we managed to make it 3 on the 19th minute. Again, Widra, this time with his left foot. He scored with his left, and then he managed to score with his right. Penny sliding the ball in, bottom corner. 4-0, home hose and dry. And then Daisy come fighting back on the 76th minute. Moises scored first, and then on the 91st minute, they got their last consolation goal. The game finished 4-2. We maintained our unbeaten run, and that is it for the season, guys. That is the story so far. Unbeaten season, new record, 36 games without defeat, low number of wins as well, 34. We've got a record number of low defeats, basically records all over the spot. I think we got 10k for winning the league, we got 30k prize money for winning the cup, and promotion means that we're going to be playing in the North West Counties Premier next season. The board expect us to finish in the top 5, so the pressure's kind of on from the off really, but to be honest I think we could even challenge straight away for promotion. It's not a bad league. Skelmersdale won it on 93 points this season. They're only a half-star reputation team. Their key player, Danny Mitchell, is a very, very good player indeed, but at 31 years old you would expect that. I think we've got an excellent chance of flying through that league. As for the finances, we're now on 40 grand, which is really, really good, and they've actually upped the wage budget by quite a bit. We now have almost £1,400 per week to spend. We're spending almost half of that at the moment, but majority of it is on staff wages. We still can't offer a proper semi-pro deal, so keeping hold of our key players is going to be a challenge, I'm afraid. The team dressing room and managerial support is excellent, and we look like we've got a decent squad leading into the next season based on our best 11. So I'm quite excited going forward. I really think we can do well in that league, and if we have a quick look at the best performers so far, you'll see exactly why. Lee McKevitt scored 4, got 9 assists. He had a great season from right back, and he's one of those players that's got great determination and weird attributes for the position. Good crossing, good flair, quite an athletic player. Jacob Owen is a bit of a stalwart at the back. He's an all-rounder, and he's got good pace and speed as well. Likewise, Harry Norris. He's not the best centre-back, definitely not when it comes to composure and concentration, but he's fast and he's agile, so hopefully that will help. Brett Callow should maintain his place at left-back. He's just a good all-rounder. I'm loving his crossing. He got 10 goals and 8 assists this season. Devante Bannon is the maestro in the middle that can break up play. He scored 6, got 6 assists, and while he's not the best player and he's 26 now, I do still think that he's got a place within the squad. Lloyd Hulse needs to play more games, I feel, to improve, but I'm a bit disappointed. After 14 starts, he only managed a goal and 2 assists, and he's got good all-round ability, but that decisions is maybe holding him back as an advanced playmaker. The issue we do have is we actually lost Healy, one of our best players, right at the end of the season. Cameron Healy is now gone to Loughborough, I'm afraid to say, so we may have to look for a replacement for him. James Kalu on the right wing is going to maintain his position, I think. 16 goals and 16 assists. You cannot argue with that. A 7.25 average rating. Mark Sewell probably deserves a chance on the left. He's been good. 4 goals, 4 assists. Yeah, bit inconsistent. Again, that decisions, composure, anticipation. There's a lot of attributes there that need work, so we might have to look at a better option on the left. Luke Penny is definitely going to maintain his place for me. 24 goals from 22 starts and 7 assists is sensational form. He should definitely maintain his spot going forward. And Lucas Widra, how can we leave him out? When you look at his attributes there, it may not look exceptional when you consider other players at the level we're going to, but 28 goals from 29 starts and 20 assists is insane. His teamwork, his work rate and his bravery, I feel, have a massive part to play in that, and he's also improved a little bit as the season has gone along. Obviously, Robbie Dunn was our star at the start of the season. 37 goals. A lot of them either came off the bench in the second half of the season or bagging hat-tricks in the first half. He's very unfortunate that he's not getting played, in all honesty, but he's an amazing backup for us, as is Ryan Harkin. He got 12 goals from 15 starts. Yes, lacking in some mentals, but he's a good backup striker. I'm not going to go through every single player, but a notable player as well is Derek Tivey. He played very well as the advanced playmaker, so between him and Hulse, they're going to battle for that position. He got 5 goals and 9 assists, and that about sums it up, guys, really. Georgiou's probably going to challenge for the centre-back position, I reckon, but we'll see how he gets on there. And quickly looking at the league to round it all off, 34 victories, 2 draws, 0 losses. Dunn was highest average ratings with Widra second. Widra got 16 assists in the league. Somehow Seaton got 22 from midfield. Probably down to his vision and his passing there and 10 technique. But all round exceptional performance. Nice to see Russell Saunders second on the clean sheets. And this guy is going to stick with us next season. He's 32 now, so he can certainly still do it for a good couple of years yet. And I want to keep him in the side as long as I can, with him being the only real player from the actual Prestwich Hayes team. End of season review. Let's just quickly see if there's anything in here of note. Obviously, all of our players are new arrivals, so they're going to be in there no matter what. There's your roundup of the league. We got an A+. Average attendance at home was 252. Pretty woeful, but as you saw from that away game against Lower Breck, I think that's going to improve next season. Biggest win was 8-1. Match to remember was a 6-0 victory against Steeton. Not quite sure why. And then we beat Holker Old Boys 5-1. That included goal of the season. I wonder if it'll let us watch it. And no, it won't, but that doesn't matter. Looking at the finances, we're obscure. We were at the start of the season, we still are now. Sponsorship deal, we've got a 2K one, corporate and hospitality 699. There's not a lot we need to know there. And then getting into the lineup, this is apparently our best 11. And to be honest, I'd probably agree with that in all fairness. Those stats really do stack up well. Absolutely loving the way that Widra and Penny link up. Widra with his 20 assists and 27 goals, Penny with his 22 goals. They really did bounce off each other. There you go, guys. Manager awards, we get Manager of the Year. Player awards, Robbie Dunn gets Fans Player of the Year. Young player goes to Luke Penny. Sign of the season, Luke Penny. Goal of the season, like we mentioned, goes to Sewell. That'll have been that solo run, I reckon. Dunn broke the record for top goal scorer in a season. Ned Dry got 4 goals in 1 match. Widra actually got the most amount of man and match performances with 9. Owen, terrible discipline, and the list goes on. All sorts of records set. That means that we can try and break him next season. And probably my favourite one of all is Lucas Widra scoring within 13 seconds, the fastest goal in our history. Right, guys, that does it. 2 trophies, we've done the double. I will see you for next season where we're going to have the pre-season signings. Not sure we're going to get yet. I've got loads of scouting to do and to work out what we actually need within the team, but I'm not going to make too many changes. It dragged on a bit longer than I was hoping this episode, so thanks for sticking with me. If you haven't done so already, please do subscribe. Hit the bell button. That way you get notified when the new episodes go live, and give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. That would be much appreciated. Okay, guys, take care and enjoy the holidays. See you later.